remember we spoke about the fact that if we've got three angles, well, we always have three angles in a triangle, but basically any triangle, if I add up the three angles inside that triangle, I will always get 180 degrees. And so our first reason that we learned on Monday was sum of angles in a triangle. So you guys were getting it really nicely on Monday. So I'm going to give you these first two at the same time. And I'm going to ask that in both cases, you go and find X for me. So I'm going to ask you to give this a try. If you're new, don't stress. We are going to go through it. But you can have a try as well if you have done geometry. And then you guys can put your hands up if you want to answer, or you can put your answers in the chat. Just remember to number them 1 and 2. We're looking for X, and remember to always give reasons for your answers. Okay, so I'll give you a minute or two to have a look at those and give them a try. I already see some hands, which is awesome. Zizo and Watobe is on it.
I got kicked out. I'm so sad. It kicks me out. And I'm like, yeah, I'm back now.
Very rude.
I see my people are ready to answer. Hey, to take all these questions. Let's go about them.
I'm going to give everyone another minute and then we will take some answers. Sorry, guys. Oops. Okay, are we ready? Let's do it.
Yes. Let's do this. Let's see. We are going to talk to Watobe. Watobe, you can teach us. We are all yours.
Hi.
So I want to do number 1.
Okay, cool. Tell me.
So my equation is x plus 75 plus 55 equals 180. Then it's some angle in a triangle.
Okay, good. I'll catch up. You can keep going.
Then x plus 130 because 75 plus 55 equals 130.
Okay,
Equals
cool.
180. And the next step is x equals to 180 minus 180. My final answer is x equals to 50.
Awesome. Well done. Thank you, Watobe.
Genius. Well done.
Okay, guys. So there we go. We've got x is equal to 50. Just so that we're all clear, 75 plus 55 gave us that 130. So that's where that 130 came from. You don't have to do it like that. You can use inverse operations and just say minus 75 minus 55. That's absolutely fine. But essentially we get x is equal to 50. Remember your reason, sum of angles in a triangle, that needs to go with your very first statement. And then you can get your answer for x. No, what's happening? So sorry. Okay.
Okay, we can already see some answers for question 2.
Okay, I'm going to give you
one...
30 seconds because I can see some people have asked. I'm going to give you a couple more seconds and then we're going to have a look at number 2. But guys, remember this is a recap, so we have done this already. So if you have missed it, you can go and get the video on Watobe's website. Okay, Linda, I think we see lots of hands, lots of answers. I think we're ready.
Nice, Zizo. Wow, my man. Let's do this.
Hi, ma'am.
Hi.
Ma'am, so I'm going to do number 2.
Okay.
So x plus 25 plus 18 equals to 180.
Good.
Sum of angles in a triangle is the reason.
Good.
And then it's x equals to 180 minus 43.
And where did you get 43 from?
I added 25 and 18.
Good. Okay. And so x is
actually 137.
Awesome. Okay. So guys, hopefully nothing too new there. Just so that we're all clear, this step, if we need to, just because I can do this, if you need to, basically what Zizo did there was he said x is equal to 180 minus 25 minus 18. Those two together give me that minus 43. So it doesn't really matter if you choose to add them together first or subtract them first and then do the rest of the calculation. You'll get exactly the same answer. And so your X value here is 137. Okay, guys, so take screenshots if you need to of those two. If your hand's still up to answer, we have got our two answers now, so you can lower them for now. We are going to do more questions, so there'll be more chances for you to give your answers. Otherwise, if you have a question, you're obviously welcome to ask. But let's have a look at our next one. Okay, so guys, those were nice and easy to start off with. Let's just see before I carry on. Liema, do you have a question? Okay, there we go.
I wanted to ask that, how did you simply get the 34?
34, where's 34? The 43.
No, the 30, ma'am. You see, you have the
Which question are you on, Liema?
1, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes. So I was asking, like, why did you get that? Or is it a 130 or a 30?
130.
Or 130?
Yeah, and that's coming from adding 75 and 55.
Together.
Yes.
Then it equals to 180.
Yes, because there's sum of angles in a triangle.
Then a x plus 130. Where does that 130 come from?
Okay, so like I've just said, taking 75 plus 55. You don't have to write it like this. If you're more comfortable saying x is equal to 180 minus 75 minus 55, that's absolutely fine as well. You'll get exactly the same answer.
Okay, ma'am, thank you.
Pleasure.
I understand.
Good, well done. Okay, guys, so let's have a look at question 3. I'm going to again give you some time to do it. A little bit trickier because you've got more than one x here. But remember, we know that when I add up all the angles in my triangle, I must get 180 degrees. So give it a try. You can put your answers in the chat. You can raise your hand. But I'm going to give you a second or two just to have a look and give it a try. Remember your reasons. Always need to have reasons in geometry. Sorry, I'm going to come back to this now. Oh, sorry. Okay.
My network is so bad that it kicked me out again.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
I don't understand what's going on, but okay, we'll survive. I see a lot of hands. Are they ready to answer, or are you still giving them like a couple
I'm going to
of
give them
minutes?
another minute or two just because it is a little bit trickier.
You got this, my people. You got this.
Remember those reasons, guys. And remember, if you want to check yourself, you can always put your answer for x back into the triangle and make sure that all of those angles add up to 180 degrees. So you can always do a check if you need to. Okay, I think we might be ready, Yolanda, if you're still with
Okay,
us.
let's see. Remember, I'm just spreading the love. Okay, Justin, we are all yours. Teach us.
Hello, ma'am.
Hi, Justin.
Okay, so I said x plus 10 plus 70 equals 180. It's angles in a triangle. Sum of
Good.
angles in a triangle. And then after that I said 2x equals 180 minus 10 minus 70.
Good.
Then I said 2x equals 180 minus 80. Then 2x equals to 100, and then I divided 100 by 2,
Good.
and then x is equal to 50.
Perfect. Well done. Okay, I'm catching up. I'm getting there. There we go. Right, exactly. So guys, like I said, we know that when we add all three of those angles up, I need to get 180 degrees, which means that I can set up my equation with my reason, and then I can go and solve for x. So remember those inverse operations. So the subtracting 10 and subtracting 70, as well as the dividing by 2. But at the end of the day, x is equal to 50 degrees. And like I say, if you want to double check yourself, all you do is put 50 back in place where you had x's, and you make sure that all three of those angles, when you add them up, give you 180. Okay. And in this case, it does. So I know that my value for x is correct. Okay, so take your screenshots if you need to.
Screenshot my pips, and every single hand that is up there, if you wanted to answer, please lower your hand. If that hand is up to ask a question, you can leave your hand up. Okay, I'll come to you. So Arego or Rejo. Hey, my pronunciation of your name, don't kill me. Rejo, we are all yours, and let us know, how do we pronounce your name first?
Okay, so I pronounce my name as Rejo, just like you said it.
Nice.
And I did my thing a little bit differently. I said
Okay.
2x plus 80 equals 180 because of sum of angles in a triangle. So 2x equals 180 minus 80, which is 100, divided by 2, which is 50. And
Absolutely
then I got
fine.
x plus 10 for the top corner, which is 60 degrees, and x for the top right corner is 50.
Perfect. So that's absolutely fine. And your setup, the way you've done it, is absolutely fine as well. In this case, if you're just solving for x, you can stop at x equals 50. But obviously, it's useful to be able to work out that the other angle is 60 and then 50, in case, like, if your diagram was slightly more complicated, you can then use them. But your setup is 100% perfect, Rachel. Well done.
Okay.
Okay, so I can
Okay.
see here that we have Liema. Liema, we are all yours.
Okay, ma'am. I just wanted to ask that you see at x plus 10 degrees,
Mm-hmm. This one over here.
then we do the angles, then you'll just x plus 10, then the 70 degrees, then you'll come to the x, the degrees of the x, then it will be 50. Then it will be 2x divided by 2, then 100 degrees divided by 2. So 100 degrees divided by 2, it will be x, it will be equals to 50.
Yeah, so x is 50.
Okay, ma'am. I wanted to ask you a question. This work is for which grade?
8.
8. Oh,
Yeah.
all of us here are grade 8, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay, ma'am. You can continue.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, guys. So take your screenshots if you need.
Yeah, we
And-
are moving. We are moving. Well done, guys.
And then this is your last one. Whoopsie daisies. So sorry. I'm not quite ready for a break just yet. Have a try of this one. I'm not going to say anything. All I'm going to say is remember your reasons, but try and solve for me. Try and solve the value of x for me. Okay, remember in the chat, we're just putting answers or questions.
Let's go, my peeps. And remember, my people love each other. Remember, we are all a small, nice family of 90 learners in here.
Nice,
Okay,
guys.
guys? So remember that we are one big family, and let's try this question, guys. Let's give it a try, okay?
Okay, remember all your reasons. Okay, I'm starting to see some hands. Remember, you're welcome to put your answers in the chat as well.
Yeah.
That's absolutely fine. That's absolutely fine too. Sure, my English is there.
I don't see answers in the chat, my pebs. Let's see answers in the chat first so we can answer. Let's go.
Okay, Scarlett, we don't have to add another X because I do have something for all three of those angles there. So I don't need any more variables.
This one is a nice spicy one, and I think they're ready. I've already seen a
I
lot of
see.
answers on the chat.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, this one will go to, yes, see, okay. We have two Palesa. Guys, I should name Palesa 1 and Palesa 2. So I'm gonna go with Palesa 1. Palesa is already in her pajamas. She's ready, guys. Palesa, I'm gonna join you next time with pajamas.
Hi, ma'am.
Hi,
Hi.
Felisa.
How are you?
I'm all right, and you?
I'm good, ma'am. So, ma'am,
Good.
I said 90 degrees plus 3x plus 2x plus 10 degrees equals 180. Reason because some angles on a triangle.
Good. Now, Palesa, before you carry on, where did that 90 come from?
Ma'am, there's the block there represents 90 degrees.
Excellent. Well done. So, guys, remember, this little square means that we're working with a 90-degree angle. Okay, cool. Palesa, carry on.
Then, ma'am, I collect my like terms. So 3x plus 2x gives me 5x equals to 180 degrees minus 90 minus 10 degrees.
Good.
Then I say 5x divided by 5 equals 180 minus 90 minus 10 gives me 80 degrees. I divide by 5. Therefore, x is equals to 16.
Perfect. Okay, I've just broken up the steps a little bit so that we can see, but that is exactly it. X is equal to 16. Well done, guys.
And Palesa, you nailed it. Go.
Okay, guys, just quickly, just because I saw it on the chat, if your reason's a bit different, so interior angles of a triangle, that's fine. Some of your reasons that you would have learned at school are a little bit different to what we're working with. My reasons are fine. What you've learned at school is fine. So don't stress if your reason looks a little bit different. They mean the same thing. All right, so don't worry about that. Very similar to what we had earlier, bar the fact that, or rather, instead we had that 90 degree, and we have to know, remember, that the square means 90 degrees. And so whenever you see that, you know what size angle you're working with. Well done, guys.
Yeah, screenshot my pebs. And if all those hands are up there to answer, remember that we've already answered. Zia Palesa has nailed it, and I hope you understood it. So if your hand is up there to ask a question, let it stay up there. I'm coming to you now. But if you wanted to answer, lower it down. Okay. So Tato, on you. Okay, Tato disappeared. Okay. Liama, on you.
Hello, ma'am.
Hi, Emma.
Okay, my reason was like this triangle is a right angle, right?
Yeah.
So obviously it will be equal to 90 degrees
Yeah.
plus the 3x plus 2x plus 10 degrees equals to 180 degrees.
Yeah. That's fine.
Then we'll minus the 180 degrees to the right angle equal to 90 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
Then minus the 10 degrees in the corner.
Mm-hmm.
Then we will divide the 5x and 80 degrees into 5. What you do to the other side, you can do it on the other side too.
Exactly. Exactly. And we have to
Then,
do it on both sides.
yeah. Then the answer of the x is equal to 16. Yeah.
Perfect.
Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am,
Good. Yes.
please can you go up so I can screenshot because I didn't
The-
screenshot.
Okay, that's fine. I'll go up quickly now.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Pleasure. Okay, guys, so if you need to screenshot, what I'm going to do is excuse me, I'm going to do this, make it a bit smaller so you can see both 3 and 4, and then take a screenshot of both of them at the same time so you've got them if you need to. And then we can hopefully have a chat around our next reason. Right, so I'm going to assume we've taken a screenshot. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pick one of these triangles. Let's take this triangle that we've already worked with in question 2. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to move it over. You don't have to write this down if you don't want to. I'm just going to explain basically where our next reason comes from. So I'm just going to put this little triangle over here, give myself some space, and we're going to chat about our next reason, which is exterior angles of a triangle. Okay, so we worked out in question 2 that x is equal to 137. So I'm just going to put that there for myself, 137. And so we're going to now explore how we get this next reason. And it's just really cool to have a look at. So if I had extended this line over here, obviously a straight line, and I had asked you to go and work out the size of this angle, and I'm going to call this angle y because we've already used x. I feel like we're all pretty confident that we could use angles on a straight line to go and work out y. So we would say y plus 137 equals 180, because I know angles on a straight line must give me 180 degrees. So this is something we know. We've done this in the previous course. If you weren't there for that, the videos are online, but we know this reason. So we know that to get y, we would say 180 minus 137. Okay, so what, again, we're working out the size of angle y. Now 180 minus 37 gives me 43. Cool, so now I know that this angle here is 43 degrees. But that's quite long, right? So let's see if there's a simpler way, or if there's a workaround to get this angle y. Now, if we go and have a look at the two angles that I was given, 25 and 18, what happens when I add together 25 and 18? And I can see Threa's already put it in the chat. If I say 25 degrees plus 18 degrees, I get 43, which is exactly the same answer as what I got for y. And so the next reason that we're going to have a look at is the fact that an angle that is outside the triangle, so an exterior angle to a triangle, is equal to the sum of the two opposite interior angles. Okay, so I'm going to show you all of this now in a second, and it's going to be written down nicely. But basically what we can do is we can always work with an exterior angle of a triangle. Okay, so let's go and have a look at what this reason looks like. Don't worry, we'll come back to the brain break when it's time. Essentially what I've told you is the fact that when you have an angle outside a triangle, so an exterior angle, in this case it would be angle A, we can work out its size by adding together the two opposite interior angles. So that is what the statement is saying here. This angle A, which is your exterior angle, can be found by adding together the two opposite interior angles. And that's true for any triangle again. So like sum of angles in a triangle, this is true for any triangle. And our reason here is exterior angle of a triangle. Remember, I always need to have a reason for any statement that I make. And that's the reason that I'm going to have a look at. Right, so let's have a look at an example of how we go and use this reason. So I'm going to leave that up there so we can see our reason and we can see what we're working with. In our very first question, we have been asked to work out this angle x. Now, very importantly, an exterior angle to a triangle has to be formed between an extension of one side and another side of a triangle. So what I mean by that is, if I gave you a triangle like this and gave you a line like that, that's not an exterior angle to a triangle because it's not an extension of the side. We want a side to extend and then work with the whole angle. That is an exterior angle. So just be mindful of that when you are looking at your diagram. Okay, so we've just made the statement that I know that an exterior angle can be found by adding the two opposite interior angles. So what I can say is that I know that x is equal to 35 degrees plus 20 degrees. Now I've made a statement. I have to give a reason. And we've just learned that that would be exterior angle of triangle. And so as some of you have put on the chat, X would be equal to 55 degrees. And so by using exterior angles of a triangle, I don't have to go and do angles on a straight line and then other things. I can just go straight to my size of X. Okay, guys. So that is how we work with exterior angles of a triangle. The outside angle, the exterior angle, is equal to me adding together the opposite interior angles. Right, so take a screenshot of those two if you need, or those two, of that one if you need, and then I'm going to give you one to have a go of by yourselves.
Yeah, I think that Liema has a question. So Liema, while Teacher Sam is busy explaining, what I'd like everyone actually to do is to listen to Teacher Sam, okay? Because if you get stuck on one thing, then you don't listen to her or to the rest, then you're not gonna follow, okay? So Liema, we're gonna take your question before we go on.
Okay, ma'am. What I wanted to ask that we don't calculate the X, we just add the 35 and the 20.
Yeah, that is X. So by adding those two together, I'm getting X because X is equal to those two added together.
Oh, so the line that you drawed by the side or what that is equal to X doesn't count.
So when you say the line, what I'm basically saying is that this X over here, that angle,
No, not
those
that
ones.
line, this one, the straight one.
Those pink ones I've just drawn in.
No,
Or this
ma'am.
one over
The
here.
grey one. Yes.
Okay, not it doesn't count, but I need that line there because it creates the angle. If I didn't have the line there, I wouldn't have that angle X. So it's just
Okay.
sort of making the angle for me.
So we just add the 35 and the 20.
Exactly.
Okay. Oh, this lesson is gonna be hey,
You got it, Lema.
someone.
You got it.
Yes, ma'am.
You'll
Thank
be
you.
fine, Liema, we got you, you'll be fine.
Okay, guys, so let's have a look at a second one. So a little bit different, but I'm going to give you a chance to try it by yourselves. Remember, we know that an exterior angle to a triangle is equal to the opposite interior angles added together. So pop your answer on the chat. Remember your reasons. I already see hands up, which is awesome. We're going to give everyone a chance to do it. Whoops. And then we'll take some answers before we have a bit of a break. Okay, guys, remember you're writing down those answers, those reasons. Don't forget those reasons. And remember, like I say, we know that the exterior angle is equal to the sum or adding together the opposite interior. That's quite important when doing this one.
You guys are doing well. Remember the new topic, don't panic. Teacher Sam will give you many examples to practice, okay? I see those hands to answer. Please put your answers on the chat. Let's see that everybody's ready. Yes, I see those answers. Remember to also calculate your answer, okay? Once Teacher Sam approve of a certain answer, please mark your answer and try see if you did a mistake and correct it, okay? Teacher Sam, you'll tell me when we are ready to answer.
I think we look like we're ready. We've got lots of hands. We've got lots of answers. Yeah, let's do it.
Hey, Emmanuel, we are all yours.
Evening, everybody.
Hi.
So what I said is 78 plus x equals 144 degrees because exterior angles of a triangle are equal.
Good.
And then I said x equals 144 degrees minus 78 degrees. Therefore, I concluded with x equals 66 degrees.
Perfect. Awesome. So guys, what was a little bit different here was the fact that you weren't looking for the exterior, you were given the exterior angle. But we still know that if I take the two opposite interior angles, so 78 plus x, I must get 144. And so that is why I've set up this equation over there. And I then gone and solved in order to get my value for x. And again, you can put it back into the diagram. And so if you now go and say 66 plus 78, you should get 144, and you do. So you know that your value for x is correct. Right, well done, guys.
Yeah, I hope my people are now correcting their work and you seeing where you went wrong. So if all those hands up there are here to answer the question is already answered, please lower your hand. If your hand is up there to answer, I mean to ask a question, you can leave your hand there, okay? But if your hand was originally put there to answer the question, please lower it down. Okay, we have quite a few of questions. So some of you will have to actually put it on the, you have to put it on the chat, okay? So I'm gonna take Cindy's question. Cindy, we're all yours.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Hi, Cindy.
Ma'am, can I ask, do you have to say 78 plus x is equal to 144, or should you just go to the subtracting?
You're welcome to go straight to the subtracting. That's absolutely fine. So if you can even go straight to the answer if you're comfortable. Completely up to you.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, guys, I'm just going to stop here because I'm seeing on the chat some not nice things, and that's not on. So that's going to stop right here and right now. If you guys are going to be rude, if you guys are not going to be nice to each other, then I will remove you from this lesson. Okay, we are all here to learn. We're all here to learn from each other, and we're all here to listen to each other. That's the only way we are going to be able to get through this stuff and to feel confident in the stuff, right? Some people will feel confident in geometry, some people won't. You might feel confident in other stuff, whereas other people don't. And so it is not okay to be ugly to people, right? So we're all here to support each other. And like I say, if that's not going to happen, then I will be asking you to leave this lesson. So we're just going to stop it right there. Right.
Spreading love, my people, giving everyone hugs, hugs, hugs. Let's continue.
Okay.
So can we take questions, or you?
We're going to have a little bit of a break now. So I'll put up the brain break and then we can do some questions.
Okay, perfect.
Right. Take your screenshot if you need to, guys, before I move on or move to the brain break for those of you that are ready to do that. Okay. Whoop. We'll get there eventually. Okay, my screen's frozen. Give it a sec. There we go. Right, there's your brain break for those of you that are going to give it a try. Remember, get up, have a stretch, move your body, and then we will carry on with our questions. But I see that we do have hands, so I'm happy to answer some of those questions while everyone else is working on the brain break. Okay, so.
I saw you beat me to that joke, man. I see you. Why is the obtuse triangle always upset? Because it is never right. I hope most of you get it. I see Roberta get the joke. You also get the joke. It's just can they answer the brain break?
Absolutely. So guys, just, oh, you know what I should have said? Just in case we are a tad bit confused, these little stars here mean multiplication. Okay, so yeah, Theo, sorry, I should have said that to start with and I didn't, and that's my bad. So I'll give you guys another minute or two. Those mean times. Apologies. I should have said that to start off with.
Okay, so I'm spreading the love, guys. I see all of your hands. If I have talked to you today, so I'm talking to people that I haven't talked to, okay? Kwanele, we are all yours. The apples would be 7.
Good. Because we know
Yeah.
7 plus 7 plus 7 plus 7 is 28. Cool. So every time I see an apple, I know I've got 7.
Okay, thank you, Cornelis. So now I'm gonna take Tokozani. Tokozani, we haven't talked to you. What do you have? Tokozani? Tokozani, you can also put it on the chat, okay? I'm not quite sure what's going on your side. Rabetswe, hi, I haven't heard you also, actually.
Evening, ma'am.
How are you, Betsy?
How are you, ma'am?
I'm all right. And you?
I'm good, thanks. Ma'am, I'd like to answer the final answer.
Oh, the final one. Okay, well, can you tell me then what the pairs are?
Ma'am, the pairs are 3.
Okay, good. And what about the mushrooms?
The mushroom is 8.
Good. Okay, so what do we now need to do to get our final answer?
Ma'am, we'd have to say 7 times 8,
Good.
which will give us 56, and
Good.
then we add 3, which will give us 59.
Good.
Then we subtract 8, which will give us 51.
Awesome. Well done.
Well done, Rabetswe, you nailed it. Well
Thank
done,
you,
yo.
ma'am.
Okay, guys, so remember these brain breaks, like by all means, give them a try. But if you're not getting them, don't worry. It's just to have a little bit of a break from what we are currently doing with the geometry and stuff. So just because Roberto kind of did the last little bit, just so we're all clear, the pair is 3 because 7 times 3 gives me 21 in the second step over here. And then for the next step, I need to first work out what I would need to multiply 3 by, so that when I eventually subtract 7, I get 17. Now 3 times 8 is 24. And 24 minus 7 gives me that 17. So that's how we worked out that the mushroom was 8. And then we can go and do our final one. So like I say, if you don't get it, it's not a stress. This is not part of like the work or the syllabus or anything like that. It's just a little break to give your brain something else to do other than geometry. Okay, are we ready to go back to our exterior angles of a triangle? Yes?
Looks like
No?
we are ready. We are ready.
Okay, so guys, like I say, brain break, brain train, whatever we're calling it, not a stress if you don't get it. What we care about is the geometry. So let us have a look at what's going on there. Whoops, maybe need to move in the right direction here. Okay, so question 3. I suppose we can do 3 and 4 at the same time. That's not end of the world. We've got X and Y in both 3 and 4. So again, I'll give you a bit of time to go and work them out. I'll leave them both up there, and we want X and Y in both. If you're going to put your answers on the chat, make sure that you number them so that we know which one's which, but in both I want X and Y. Remember your reasons. And guys, remember, just because you've done it one way doesn't mean that someone else will do it the same. So when we do answers, if yours looks a bit different, don't panic. That is okay. Remember your reason. Awesome, I'm already seeing hands, that's great. Okay, I'm going to give everyone another minute or so, and then we're going to have a look at some answers here. So keep your hands up if you want to answer. Oh. Okay. Keep those answers coming through. Keep your reasons. Remember, really important. Okay. Yolanda, are we ready?
We're ready for you, Teacher Sam. So let me spread the love, guys. Let's see, Tiyama. I haven't heard from you.
Sorry, I just panic pressed. Okay, ready.
Hi, ma'am.
Hi.
Okay, so I said x plus 70 plus 40 equals 180 degrees, and it is sum of angles in a triangle.
Awesome.
And then I said x equals 180 minus 70 minus 40.
Good.
Then I said x equals 70.
Awesome. Well done. Okay, so guys,
And
yeah?
ma'am, can I answer why?
Sure, go for it. You're on a roll.
Okay, ma'am. I said with y, I said y equals 70 plus 40.
Okay.
And it's exterior angles of triangle.
Good.
And then I said y equals 110.
Excellent. Well done. Thank you. All right. So guys, before we get on to question 4, hopefully X makes sense and hopefully Y makes sense. But like I say, you might have had different reasons. So I was even thinking for Y to use angles on a straight line. And that's absolutely fine. So if you used a slightly different reason but got the same answer, that will sometimes happen in geometry. And as long as everything that you've done makes sense with the reason that you've used, it is absolutely fine that you've done it differently. Okay, so X should be 70 and Y 110 degrees. Well done. Okay, Yolanda, do you have someone for question 4?
Yes, my people are all ready. Let's see who I haven't talked to. Let's see, guys. Remember, I'm only spreading the love, okay? Pumelela, Pumelela, we are all yours for question 4. Pumelela, you just have to unmute on your side, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
There we go.
I said y. I said y is equal y plus 81 plus 69 is equal to 180 degrees.
Good.
And I said sum of the angles in a triangle.
Good. Oh, maybe I should write that properly. Okay, good. Keep going. Do you want to tell me what y is equal to?
Problem, because I
And
cannot
I
hear.
said, and I said y is equal to 180 minus 150.
Okay, cool. So you added them together. That's fine.
Yes.
Good. And so what is y equal to?
Y was 30. degrees.
Good. Excellent. Well done. Okay, so guys, that y is 30 degrees there. Would you like to do x as well, or would you like to give that to someone else?
Can be taken someone else.
Awesome. Cool. Thank you so much for giving us y.
Yeah, Pumelela, we really appreciate it. And you are spreading the love. I love that. Okay, so Doris, I didn't hear from you today.
Hello, ma'am.
Hi. Sorry. Okay, I'm ready.
Ma'am, x equals 281 plus 69.
Good. Okay, why?
Exterior angles of a triangle.
Okay, so remember, it's the opposite interior angle. So it's 81 and 30.
Oh, okay, ma'am.
Do you agree with me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so what's 81 plus 30?
81 plus 30 is 111.
Good, well done. So x is 111 degrees. Well done. Okay, guys, so quite similar questions, but essentially very nice questions because again, it shows you that you can do different things with them. So that x answer, you could have also used angles on a straight line to get that x. And so if you gave that as a reason, absolutely fine. So what's quite nice is as geometry sort of gets more and more complex, we do actually get more reasons that we can use for exactly the same answer, which is really cool because everyone sees it differently and it's nice to see how everyone's thinking. And that's why I said earlier, we're all here to learn from each other and we're all here to hear each other. And so it's really important that we are doing that. Okay. If your hand's up to answer, you can lower it because we do have our answers now. You guys can also take screenshots over here. Make sure that you've got everything that you need. Is Yolanda still with us?
Yes, I'm here. I'm here. I'm here, my pebs. I was just trying to answer some questions on the chat.
Oh, no,
I'm
sorry.
still here. Yeah.
I just know everyone's having a bit of a connection issue tonight, so.
Oh yeah, because of the load shedding. But mine is back. Yay.
Yay.
Not in the dark anymore.
Okay, guys, have we got our screenshots? I'm assuming the hands still raised are for questions.
Oh yes, Liama, do you want to ask your question? Liama, we are all yours. Click on yours. Oh, Liama, we have talked to you, so you know how this thing works. Let's go, Liama. Ask your question. Can Liama hear me? Okay, while Liama is still trying to figure out some stuff, Theo, you have a question?
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
Hi, Theo.
Hello, ma'am. Ma'am, how did you get x equals 111, ma'am? Because I got 81.
Okay, so there's two
Hello,
different ways we can get x. So the way we've written it over here is we've used exterior angle of a triangle. So basically what we've said is the fact that x is an exterior angle to this triangle. So if we add the two opposite interior angles, so 81 plus 30, I should then get my exterior. And then 81 plus 30 gives me 111. The other way you can, oh guys, I'm so sorry. I don't know what's happening. It's fighting me. The other way you can do it, okay, apologies. The other way that you can do, or you can find x, is you can use angles on a straight line. So you can use the 69 and x and say that they must equal 180 when you add them together. But either way, we do get 111. So just maybe you've gone wrong somewhere with your addition or your calculator work or something like that.
Okay, ma'am.
Does that make sense, Theo?
Oh, yes, ma'am. I see where I did the mistake.
Okay, good. Well done. Okay, guys.
I think we have Liama with the question still. Liama? Are you able to unmute?
Here we go. Lema, what's your question?
Hey, ma'am. Hey, ma'am.
Hi, what's your question?
Ma'am, my question was that, is it a must that you write this thing as a method? There's not another short method.
s- Not really. This is sort of it. Like there are some steps that you can leave out if you felt that way. So for example, let's see, which example could I use?
The reason I asked this because it was because of some of us, we have our way of understanding, you know. So there's other people that doesn't understand this, there's people that understand this, you see.
No, definitely. And so that's why
That's
I
the
always
reason I
say,
was asking, ma'am. But you
and
can
so
continue,
that's,
ma'am.
but that's why I say, Lema, like sometimes yours might look a bit different to mine, but as long as your answers are the same and your reasons make sense, that's absolutely fine. So we can always double check.
Answer.
Cool. Okay, guys.